tutandikirako betagawo screen ngolaba music w'abayimbi okulembera program etambula etya ddala kituufu TV za wano oba media ya wano etuwa 80% nga muteekawo kirina obbaawo kubanga uma olw'okulwanirira power play percentage music wallo okukwakubibwa versus owebweru tisaawa zino music ojja kwekanga music webweru atunda nnyo ne ku iTunes biki kubanga tumupromotinga ku TV zaffe ezawano so bye bintu ebimu byenjagala okulwanisa wabe ngenda okulwanirira ekindeese ekirala artist covid fund oba stimulus fund abayimbi bambi bamaze omwaka mulamba tebakola ate emirimu emirala gyo bagita netebafiiriddwako omuntu omulala yenna oba mukwatamu oba boda babakwatako nnaku bbiri ne beekalakasa abaakeedi ne beekalakasa abawa ne beekalakasa abayimbi teri abafuddeko so nze zino sente njagala ngende nzisakire abayimbi bajje balongoose omulimu gwabwe kubanga gubadde gugudde in fact right now tewakyali muyimbi buli omu yaggwa kubanga emirimu tegitambula ensonga endala insurance scheme abayimbi twagala tubayigirize era tubalage nti guno mulimu mulala ng'omusomesa oba ng'akola mu banka akasente konna oli kaba receivings ku receipt ye at least najjako oba 0.5% negenda mu gye bazisavingira nasobola okusavinga akasente for example nti nga NSSF nti bubera nguli mukozi wa government oba oli mukozi wa company yonna webe kusasula omusaala gwo naye ate kusalirako ne ka percentage ku musaala gwo ne katereka eri ku NSSF bw'ofuna ebizibu banga okaddiye akasente ako fa abayimbi tubeeraawo ka nobeera mu time yene ey'okuyimba yokka bweggwako tolinaayo nsako ndala ate ng'abantu abalala batuvuma nti no tetumanyi kusavinga naye ng'ate boma emirimu gyabwe gibayamba okusavinga nti akolera gavumenti oba akola mu banka eteekawo policy nemusasulira eri mu insurance fate kyekitaliiwo fate ne batuvuma obujega ng'ate bo already kampuni ennyini ne gyakolera yekimukoledde indirectly n'abanja sente ze ng'akaddiye ekintu ekyo okumalawo ebyo byonna ebizibu ebituluma ng'abayimbi kwe kujja ne ŋŋamba nali neesimbyewo erubaga kutwala constituency namba kukulaakulanya abavubuka bannanga ab'erubaga era ne mbalaga ekizibu nti ekizibu kyabwe yali katolugwama ne abantu ne bamugjayo era ne bamukuba akalulu ne wano nzize mu uma oba nali ngenze kukiikirira constituency kati kano kabiina kaffe ate guno mulimu gwaffe nzize nesemba okuba pulezidenti wa uma olw'ensonga abayimbi tulumwa omulimu gwaffe tegufiibwako ate tegulabiddwawo ngenda kubikola or experience gye nnina ekisooka ndi muntu ali ambitious ate era ndi self driven setolinga ku kintu kimu buli kaseera mba nnoonya ekyakabi buli kaseera nnoonya omuwaatwa ntya wennyinza okukulaakulana so ate nekirala ndi nakyo leader born leader so kati baganda bange njagala mbakulembere nzijewo ebizibu bye babadde bafeesinga era nga nange mbadde mbifeesinga era ensonga lwaki mbadde nzisibeera nnyo mu kibiina kubanga kibadde kirina ensobi zaakyo era nakyo ekyamazo tubadde nga tukivumirira nga twagala balaba ensobi eziri mu administration y'ekibiina era we bazitegedde ne baziwulira Waikibene ya stepinze down n'alaba nti mutuufu sikyasobola kutwala kintu kino two wrongs can't make it right already ekibiina kibadde tekitambula bulungi ate n'omukulembeze ne mukireetera ate era atatambula bulungi so nze nenzija nkitaase
Waikibene bamunyoma goloza tasubire kunyoma nawe
teri agenda kunyoma kubanga tewali gye situkangako tuuseko ne wa president Museveni tuuseko ne w'abaani era nempa ensonga zange n'aziwuliriza era n'abayimbi bannange mbategeeza nti no nze siri musajja yeetiitiira ngenda balwanirira esente mbadde nga muziwulira nti zino zagenze eno ngenda kujja nga ndi very transparent era ngenda kuleeta transparency mu bufuzi buno era mbategeeza baganda bange manye ennaku ebaluma kyemuyitamu nange nkiyitamu era njagala njogere ne gavumenti ebeeko omulanga gwegamba eri balandi road ne bamanerenders oba banks abayimbi mwe bafuna zironi kuba bamaze omwaka mulamba tebasasulwa tebakola ate bo balandi road basigala babala ne zironi banka zo zasigala zibala ebintu by'abayimbi babitwala so government nga tonnavayo kutusuubiza oba kutuwa stimulus fund oba kutuwa sente mmeka vaayo oyogere ogambe nti bannanga abayimbi bo nkyabasibye mwe ababanka nabata ababoda nabata mwe abalandi road nabata naye abayimbi nkyabasibye olw'ensonga lwaki mba nkyabasibye nammwe mubagumiikirizeeko
Kalifah amagezi amalungi akunaguluma lwaki togawadde promota obwedde yeesimbyewo edda dani okumwesimbako
sesimbye ku ye kubanga wetutuka mu byokwesimbawo buli omu aba n'ekirowoozo kye. Oli mwana muto sobola mumma kirowoozo kye wabula azze ye nga ye mu kategore ye nga ye yalabye nti kubanga nze omwana oyo mulaba yasooka n'okukijjamu nga ngamba Kalifah abayimbi mulumwa nze kanzije kubanga okulumwa nze nkupromotinga n'ebizibu bye tuyitamu oba bye tulaba mu butuufu mu abayimbi muli baakabi nnyo muli b'amaanyi nnyo olabaffe mutuwa emirimu olwedde y'okubeera emabega wange mba muwadde omulimu kati okulumwa okwo kwatuka n'agamba bamwe temwefuddeeko nze kangende mbalwanirire kubanga era Kalifah bwe munaagwa abayimbi nze promotawo ngenda basiina muki ngenda basiina mulimu yensonga lwaki naye yalumwa naga so ngana munatuse ne ngamba katate bayinza omunyoma muto talina experience si muyimbi promoter bajja kugamba bajja wayinza obbaawo embeera eyo so ne ngamba nze mukama we kanzije nange mbeere mukaki tiri kigana mwana ne taata okubeera mu resi yetya yemu
kakati ssebo taata kwaniriza nnyo okujja okusobola okulumirwa industry nosalawo gye weesimbewo oba ovuganye ku kifo ky'obwa president osobola okulaakulanya industry n'okuginunula gyebadde n'olwekyo okkirizibwa atuukiriza ebisaanizo byonna ebimukkiriza okwesimbawo era n'olwekyo nomination form ngikwasiza ssebo oli waddembe kati ogenda okuba akaluluko weetererize gwanamanya engeri gy'onaakwatakwatamu abalonzi bo naye nga nkwagaliza mikisa myereere
omwami Byron nsanyusa okukulaba era n'okusisinkana era nange mbasuubiza nti bannange bafaani bange n'abalonzi bange mwenna abali mu kibiina kino era ng'oli muyimbi oba ng'oyagala omuyimbi wawasa muyimbi oba wafumbirwa muyimbi wali okwanibwako omuyimbi oba wali mu mbeera oli neiba wa muyimbi mbadde nkusaba onzikiririzemu mbeere pulezidenti wammwe nsobole obbasakirayo kubanga ngenzeeyo era buli kimu nkimalu so muganda wange neyanziza nnyo omukisa ogwo gwe mumpadde nange era bafaani bange kino nkiddiza mmwe eri abantu bange nze Kalifah mpulidde ku music sajja nga ndi mugagga sajja nga ndi mwana wa muntu yenna music ono yanfudde era nziza okwesimbawo kulwa music mukulaakulanye naffe mu Uganda muveemu ba Diamond muveemu ng'abayimbi abalala ekitone kyaffe tukikulaakulanye naye ng'okusinga ngenda lwanirira abayimbi bizinensi yaffe esinza okubeera affected bw'okubeera bizinensi ezisinga okuyingiza ssente wano mu ggwanga batugambye tuli bakusatu ng'ogyeko housing ng'ogyeko ab'emmere ffe abayimbi ffe abaddako kitegeeza kiye time tumanye amaanyi gaffe nze nzize kulengeza abayimbi maanyi gaabwe nakumanya ki kye bali bategere nti kino ekintu kyabwe abayimbi kino ekintu kibadde bbali nga nange kuntadde kati nzize nkibeeremu nze kennyini abadde akiwakanya era nkunga abayimbi bannange mujje mukyegatteko kino kyekituufu eno empya biri ebikadde byonna ebizibu tubadde nabyo tukkiriza yensonga lwaki n'ekibiina kyakkiriza nti kibadde n'ebizibu n'ezo zonna ensobi nekigamba kakikole obukulembeze obupya kitereeze ensobi ezo tusaba mukisa era nange nsaba ka chance nsaba munnonde nga uma president wa Uganda
twawulidde nti okima empapula ezo ng'ozikomyawo oleeterako n'akasente
akasente ko nja kaleeta kubanga era nga wumanyi olaba obugenda wa ne bugenda mu church bakusaba ekimu eky'ekkumi ne bugenda musaba era bakugamba ekimu eky'ekkumi kuba lwaki ssabo lino liyimirirawo ne church erino yimirirawo ne kino kyekimu nti zino sente ze tuba tusasula zitambuza mirimu gya kibiina era nga nze alumirirwa ekibiina nja kuzireeta oba at least nja zeewola era bafaani ba
tukumanyeko omusajja owensasagge bwe banakuba akalulu toyagala okubanja akasente kukuwadde
sisobola kubanga bino bya kibiina muve mu biri byali bya bibiina era ne bannyimaka.
So as you can see, we are here and everything about Uma is now the story of the day. So as you can see, we are here with Aganaga, who is applying to be the next president of Uma. How are you, Aganaga?
I'm very fine, though I'm not fine.
What's up?
Because of the pandemic and the consequences.
Hello. So I would like to know what makes you different? What makes you think you can apply and win the presidential elections of Uma?
Because I'm ambitious and self-driven. I don't settle on one thing. I feel like I am that person that you've been waiting for, or Uma has been waiting for, because of the long time suffering of musicians with, they say we are not organized, first of all. Secondly, we are the worst hit, makes me different is I've come with new ideas and different ideas. Just like you see me, I always want to be unique, and I've come with a unique program to help other musicians succeed in their careers, everyone in their own direction. For example, we musicians, we have really suffered due to this pandemic, COVID-19. The boda guys, they came up. They came up with. Oof!
It's okay. Continue.
I think, due to the long time suffering of we musicians, I think I'm the right person to come and save them. I've come as a savior to save my dear friends, to save their careers, to save their music, to save their savings. So I'm working on. I'm coming with two core values mostly. To work. The first one, the Artist Pandemic Fund, or the stimulus fund for artists. So I want to work upon that. I want to fight for them, and I want to make sure that the government comes up and help this group. We musicians. Another one, the insurance scheme. Most of us, all musicians, are very ignorant about the insurance policies. Any kind of insurance policy, we're like, because most of the musicians didn't go to school. So I think I came with an idea. For example, look at Evelyn Lagu. Evelyn Lagu, it's like an embarrassment to the industry, because Evelyn Lagu has been in the industry for a long time. Now coming up at this time, and they say that, hey, we need to fundraise for that is an embarrassment to the whole industry. So we need to work upon this before another Evelyn Lagu comes up. How are we going to work upon that? By introducing the saving scheme through the insurance policies. For example, life insurance policy. For example, we can work with insurance companies. They can categorize for us something where if a musician goes to perform, at least they deduct a certain percentage of their salary that goes to the social fund that will be used later when they face problems like.
Don't you think that money might be embezzled or disappear somewhere up there?
It can't, because if the NSSF is working on it for other workers, we are also workers. So this is the time I'm like giving an attention to the government that music, or the music business, is just like any other kind of business. Someone working in dealing in music is as the same as someone working in the bank. So all the priorities you give someone working in the bank should be the same as someone dealing in the music industry. For example, when you're working for, let me say, a bank or any other registered company, that company is supposed to put a provision of insurance by deducting a certain amount of your salary, saving it for you, that will be used by you later when you don't know or when you know.
So those are some of the things you want to put
So
up.
these are some of the things I want to come and fight for as a musician.
Aganaga, you failed in politics. So don't you think it might happen again? All this time you've come differently guarded.
How do you come up? How do you come up with the conclusion that you failed in politics? How do you judge someone that you failed?
Last elections, we saw how it all went down, and you didn't win.
I didn't even I didn't even contest.
Because no, you lost from the very first point of view of people power. People power, they failed to give you the card. Don't you think this time around it might come out the same, or this time you're differently guarded?
This time this is different because I'm following democracy. The problem why I left, nope, it was because of democracy. They are preaching democracy, that we need democracy, but they denied me the democracy, and they denied my voters the democracy. How? They denied us a chance to go into the commune. So they just came up with a certain group of people, like these ones are going to select I'm not selected. I want to be elected. Please. If you, Uma guys, if you come up and say, we are going to select this one and this one,
You're out.
I'm out. That's why I left NOPE, because of selection. How you give the people the chance to vote for themselves, to vote those people they want. Give me a chance to face let the voters disprove me. Let the voters choose. So I think I'm not going to disappoint my fans, because I did not disappoint them, but the party disappointed us. Because they are preaching freedom, which they cannot practice. Okay. Yeah. So I'm assuring my fans, I'm going to contest and I'm going to win, because this is for musicians and I'm a musician. I think I have the experience and I have everything that it takes to win this position. So my dear fans, my dear fellow musicians, you love musicians, are you a girlfriend to a musician? Anything
Neighbor.
that are you a neighbor? Anything, have you ever been conned by a musician? Oh,
Are you a supporter?
or a supporter. Even if you're not even a supporter, I'm going to be your president, and I'm here to deliver, and I will deliver transparency, working together, and fighting corruption. Because corruption.
You mean there is corruption in Uma?
Oh,
Who is the corrupted one?
that's why they have came to they have decided, like, because of too much corruption and disorganization, let us do something else. Let us, like, go back, create a new team, because the old Uma was a rotten one.
Oh my God. Did you just say that?
Yeah, it is a rotten one. That's why even Waikibenda couldn't stand it anymore. It was like,
What do you think made Waikibenda give up on Uma?
lack of transparency within the administration, members of the administration, and lack of accountability. They don't have any accountability. Anything they come up, we went, we saw General Salim Saleh, they gave us 800 million, no accountability. They have said, the madam was asked, this madam's award, Sylvia Award.
Yeah.
She was like, do you have a budget?
No budget.
Yeah. Okay, you want us to help you.
Yeah.
Do you have a budget?
So you're going to be if you become the next Uma president, don't you think that these exact things are going to happen again? And do you have any way that you're going to do it, or you have a professional team behind you?
I have a professional team, and with the power interested in me, I'm assuring you, Kalifah Aganaga, I came into this industry with no connection. I'm not a son of a rich man. I come from a poor family, but I managed to establish myself and become an established brand in this disorganized industry. The same skills that I used to become Kalifah Aganaga, to develop Kalifah Aganaga as a brand, those are the same skills I'm going to use to develop our.
So my final question, as the if you become the Uma president, are you the final one, or is the government the final say? Because I hear a lot of Salim Saleh, the government, this. Do you think you have the final say in Uma as the president?
Yes, I can have the final say, but the government and the Salim Salehs, they're like the fathers. Now Uma is like a son.
So
to the government. So we people in the Uma, we are like messengers of musicians. We are like we are like
the bridge between musicians and
the government and the authorities. So it's me, the president, to tell the government or to tell Salim Saleh that the musicians are crying because of this and this. You see people rioting because of this and this. Everyone is supporting Kyagulanyi. Why? Because you are making a mistake here. Everyone is going for... Why are musicians going for Kyagulanyi? Because they see Kyagulanyi is on their side than you. If they can see Kyagulanyi who doesn't have money, who is a poor man, who comes from... And the Kyagulanyi gives them hope. How about you who has money? You have everything. You have the power. You have everything. Why don't you come and help out these people? Because they are poor, they are ignorant, they didn't go to school, they don't have any connection, they are not sons of rich people. But you have the authority, and they voted the government which is in place right now. I think it's the right time now for the government to pay these people who have supported it for over 35.
Yes.
That's why I've come, not because I support Museveni, not because I support NRM, but I've come because I'm a musician and other musicians are suffering. Yes, Mr. Museveni gave me a scholarship, but that scholarship is going, I'm going to be only the beneficiary. I'm going, yeah. So I want something that can benefit all of us. Yeah, so I went to the president. That would have been okay with me. Yeah, I'm going to America. Let others suffer. But even if I go to America, I will still cry. My brothers here will still call me. Come back. You left us here. Now look at us. For you were there. You were enjoying. For us, we are here crying. So before I go, I said, you know what? Let me go help out these people. Just like I went to the president and I told him that we the youths, we are facing a problem of education. We need professionals in the ghetto. Most youths in the ghetto, they didn't go to school, not because they don't want, but, and most of them, they are very bright. Tebamalako. So, Unga government, I went to the president and told them, you know, president, if you can give at least scholarships to some of the best students in the ghetto, at least the ghetto will develop. Because the ghetto which didn't have a lawyer, now will have a professional lawyer. The ghetto which didn't have a doctor, now will have a professional doctor. So I think I've come to be the light of musicians.
Thank you so much for that exclusive. As you've all seen, Aganaga, he has given us that information and he is applying to be the next UMA president. So for you who are interested, just stay tuned to Spike TV Uganda. My name is Anna Mbabazi.